Hi guys, aloha. Today I want to talk to you guys about the dark night of the soul. Um, if you're in a moment like that right now, hang on. Hang on, because life has lots of ebbs and flows, things that where you're really down and sometimes you're really up. And I was in the dark night of the soul for a long time. Um, it didn't always feel dark, but a lot of that time I was just not getting to where I wanted to be. And until I met my husband, I feel like that was the beginning of the end of the dark night of my soul. Um, so, anyway, if you're in the dark night, honestly, I know you can't even imagine it, and you're like, okay, this is never going to get better, but it is going to get better. You'll have good days and bad days. It's so hard to see when you're in it. It's so hard to know what is going to happen. How am I going to get out of this? But life has ebbs and flows. And if you can just hang on until one of those high points comes, um, each time you realize that when you're in a really low point, you realize, even though I'm low as low can be right now, a good time is coming where I'm going to be so happy, and so happy I held on during this time. Okay, so if you're maintaining your spiritual practices, you're meditating, you're praying, you're talking to God or talking to your higher power that you perceive in your life, things come at the right time. So it might seem like this thing is never going to come that I want. That's how I felt about it. I was always about love. That's how I felt about like finding the right man in my life. I had so many duds and people who just weren't right for me. They might have been really great guys, but they just weren't right for me in a number of ways. And I felt like I'm never gonna have the right thing. I'm never gonna find the right guy. But then, what do I have now? I'm married. I have 2 kids. I'm a late bloomer, so I didn't meet him until I was almost 35, and now I'm 42. But all that doesn't matter when things come together. And you just have to hold on maybe longer than you might think you have to hold on for the good to come. Because if you're doing spiritual practices, you're a spiritual person, you're working to be better, it's going to get better. I never thought it would get better. For I would say like almost 10 years, life was in the gutter. I was not loving it. I wasn't loving much. I mean, I still had joy. I still had good feelings. I had good moments, but it was kind of sucky for a long time. And I didn't know if it would ever turn around. But I still hung on. And so that's what I'm asking everyone who's in a dark night of the soul to do. Hang on until the upswing starts. Okay, so just know that light's coming. There's always ups and downs, ups and downs. That's a normal like flow of life. It's cyclical. It goes up and down, up, around and down, up, around and down, and that's just a normal thing. So also what I want to say is when you're having the dark night, some people have other people that hurt them and they change and become like a not so nice person for whatever time they do. And when you have the dark night, I would say hang on, don't become a crappy person. Don't do bad things to people. Don't hurt people's feelings, hurt people, they say. And you don't want to be one of those people. When you're hurt, just swallow it and do the best you can. Be the best person you can be. Because the results when you come out of that dark night will be even better if you did right by people and you treated people well. You did right karma-wise. If you didn't, sometimes results are just not as great as they could be. And you want to get, when that upswing starts, you want to get the best result you possibly can. And when you're treating other people wrong, you're doing wrong things, you know it. You know it deep inside your heart if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, or you're treating people badly. So just do the right thing. Try to be the best person you can be. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm not saying do everything right and you know what I mean. We all make mistakes. We all do things and make decisions that are bad. But if you can just do the right thing as much as you can, hang on as much as you can, the upswing will start and it will be better than you could have imagined. I just know that. If you're doing your spiritual practices, meditating, praying, talking to your higher power, and there are other things I'm not speaking on right now, but there are other things that you can do to make that bright night of the soul the best it can be. So if you're in the dark night of the soul, find any way you can grasp and turn your heart around in whatever ways you can until it comes full circle. So I'm praying and hoping this helped someone today. That's the whole purpose of spirituality to me, and why I'm doing these videos is to help someone in the dark night of the soul, all the challenging points in life, to help someone to see a brighter side of it. The circle's coming around. Hang on. Love you guys.